Brett Favre ended up retiring with the Packers, and they
left on better terms.
They didn't.
They left on better terms.
No, they didn't. They traded Brett Favre.
He went to Minnesota.
He didn't want to go to the Jets. He wanted to keep playing for the Packers. They said, we don't want you here, so we're going to trade you to the Jets. Right. That's what happened. It took like 7 years for Brett Favre to go back to Green Bay and actually mend the fences. Right. It didn't happen right away. So it was not an amicable parting. This is the same thing. Green Bay wants compensation. They're basically looking at it like, yo, you have held us over a barrel for the last 5 years about, oh, am I going to play? I'm going to stay. Am I going to retire? And we've always came back to you. Please, Aaron, come back. We need you. They're done with that now. So for them, they're like, yo, listen, whatever you decide to do, we're good.
Green Bay put themselves in their own situation.
Green Bay, they've been planning this, is what I'm saying. So if Aaron wanted to play, they were always going to try to get maximum compensation no matter where he went.
And it only makes sense, to be honest.
And it makes sense. For Green Bay, it makes sense because it's like, yo, if I'm going to trade him, listen.
They're pretty much in a no-lose situation.
I'm going to get something for you. Exactly, Fang. They're in a no-lose situation. If he retires, cool. Right. We got our quarterback.
Bye.
If you want to go somewhere, you're not leaving here unless we get some compensation for you.
Yo, Beth, that shit crazy.
On a Saturday, it's All Even with your boy Barry Grant. You can catch me on Instagram and Twitter at All Even Podcast. You can listen to the show on Megaphone as well as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify. I'm all over the place, man. Trust me. Go to YouTube, hit that subscribe button, like, share, and comment. Tell a friend and tell a friend because the page is growing. Claw, get off your phone. What's up?
How are you?
Are you here?
You see me here.
I mean, I really don't. You got brand new, you got a haircut, shaved the beard off. Who are you?
What do you see?
I don't see you. Somebody else.
You gotta change your description.
Did he? Was it Bike Day? Did he try to get cute for Bike Day? Is that what it was?
Hi, Claw.
Is that what it was? He tried to get cute for Bike Day? No, you know what? He told me that he had a meeting, right? Meeting with some old heads. Old women, like Golden Girls type of chicks. So he went to go get a haircut and shave the beard for the Cougars, but never told me how the deal closed. Right? So we'll see. We'll see. Jimmy the super intern is not here. He's in Florida. You know what they do in Florida? Heroin. I didn't want to say it. I want to say it. Look. See, you already started.
He's a good kid.
You already started. I don't know what you're talking about.
He would never.
He wouldn't do it, but
they do it.
Right.
The Floridians.
Right.
Got it.
And he would, he may be able to get some money down there. I don't know. Jimmy is very.
He doesn't do anything illegal.
Very resourceful. That's the narrative that I'm pushing that way from Jimmy. Jimmy gets money. Jimmy gets money. We don't know how he gets it, but he gets it.
He's always on vacation, bro.
Right, always on vacation. And listen, I didn't say it, right? I ain't gonna say it. Nicole and the ones and twos is silent assassin, what I call her. What's up, Nicole? It's a somber week for us as Met fans. We're gonna get into that though. Fang McFrost. Hi, Fang. How you doing?
Hello.
Feeling good?
Feel great.
How was your week?
Magnificent.
What'd you do?
Things.
What'd you do?
Things.
Besides ride that bike, what did you do? Did you water your plants?
Once a week.
Once a week? What kind of plants are those?
Oh, do we really want to go into that?
I really don't care. I was just trying to be nice.
Oh, don't be.
It's like that, what do you call it?
Trying to massage?
General talk?
Trying to massage me?
No.
Oh.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Why would I try to do that?
That's what it seems like.
No. Definitely not. Chili McFreeze, how you doing?
What's good?
You're the only one that I like here. You know that, right?
Yo, man.
You're the only one that I like.
I'm likable.
Yeah, you are. Nice Spider-Man shirt. Come with candy.
He rides bikes with us.
No, I don't. I don't think about that. I don't think about it. I can be able to block that out for Chili.
You getting your bike this season or what?
We'll talk. We'll talk. You'll probably convince me. These two? No, I want no parts of them.
Stop
No
playing,
parts of them.
man.
Lots to talk about today, though. We got Aaron Watch, right? Claude got to tell us about that because he was super excited during the Pat McAfee interview, but then came crashing down after I gave him some harsh reality news that I'm going to give it to him again. But we could definitely going to talk about that. Giants trade for Darren Waller. That was a good trade.
Yes.
Then good trade. As a Cowboys fan, I'm very upset about that. But, but Cowboys, they made a big trade as well. And Cowboy fans are happy about it. But we also had to say goodbye to, one of our tenured members, which is pretty sad. Matt Ryan. Does anybody want him? Go talk about that.
Yo, it's the end of Matt's career, man.
Yeah, it's possible.
I don't know why they pushing it.
XFL.
It's possible. Like I said, Edwin Diaz on the Mets. Season-ending injury. Met fans right now are up in arms. We're mad. We want to pick it. We want to fight.
So you feel the same way you felt for the past couple of weeks?
Stop. Don't do that.
Nothing
Don't
changed.
do that. Lonzo Ball. His career might be in jeopardy.
Yeah.
Might be in jeopardy. And there's some Michael Jordan news that I'd like to discuss. My irrelevant news of the week is pretty good as well. Absolutely. It's always good. And then the greatest segment on the planet, W of the Week.
Dummy. Yeah.
So before we get into that sports stuff, 50 is the biggest troll in the world.
Oh, this guy's amazing.
50 is the biggest troll in the world.
Come on, man.
Dude,
Cut it out.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I think this one
This is me.
may have taken the cake.
Bro, I love the pettiness.
So who wants to discuss it?
Are we talking about the house?
Yes.
Yes.
Go ahead, fam.
Bro, I would do the same thing.
Now you got to tell our listeners what we talking about.
Oh, well, he won the lawsuit, and he wants, homeboy's house. Yeah. So he said when he gets him out the house, he's going to leave it the same way it is. He's going to, decorate it, make it look nice, just to piss homie off.
What was the backstory?
So backstory is this guy worked for 50.
Okay.
And
Stole some money.
he stole $2.2 million.
Wasn't that more than that?
It was like $6 million.
I think it was 6.
It worked out to be 6.
Yeah,
$6 million.
Let me get the story. Go ahead.
It looked like when last I checked, it looked like they calculated 2.2. I mean, is what calculated.
Right.
It may be more on the back end, but what they calculated was 2.2.
Here it is. It says rapper entrepreneur 50%. 50 Cent. What I say? What I say? 50%.
Yo, he's coming after you now.
50%.
Bro, he's coming after you now.
50 Cent, former employee, stole $6.2 million from his liquor brand, Branson Cognac. After winning the lawsuit, 50 is now seizing all of his assets, including properties, bank accounts, and cars. I need you out of my house by Monday, 50 Cent.
That's
says.
so petty.
So
It's not petty though.
It is. I mean,
It's not.
so that's what I want to talk about. Like, if you're in a position of power like that, right? You got money, you have all of these resources and assets, and somebody steals from you. Now, we ain't gonna knock nobody off in regards to ending their life, right? But this is kind of the next best thing, right? Would we all in here do that?
Well, I would think that this gentleman would have been in a position to have his assets a little more secured,
Right.
to where 50 couldn't just take his house. When you're dealing with that much money, you don't just have your house in your name like that to where someone can take it.
Oh, or maybe he's just not a real criminal and thought that he can get away with it.
Maybe.
Embezzlement. I mean, God didn't think it was gonna. He didn't think.
Yeah, he didn't think it was gonna come back to him.
Right.
Because, like, when you fit, obviously, like, there's so much money moving around that you may not even miss 6.2, but a dude like 50,
Yo, put it like
he's
this.
gonna miss 6.2 million because he knows where his money's at. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, like somebody like I don't know, give me another rich mogul.
Claw.
Yeah, Claw. Claw might, spit at 6.2 and be like, all right, it's fine. It's fine. I made 6.2 this morning, but 50 is just.
Wait, can I get an AO for that?
What?
You said Claude might spit at 6.2.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Thank you.
My bad.
Don't disrespect
But yeah,
that, man.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I'd do the same thing. I would. And if he has kids,
Bro, look at what he did to, what's her name, Tierra Marie? Put her on blast, bro. Like, he does this to everyone he sues.
yeah,
But he sues people, though.
But at that point, you kind of deserve it, no?
I agree.
If he's suing you for a reason.
Like, if you're that brazen to steal from me, there is no limits of what I want to do to get you back.
Right.
You stole from me. You know what I'm saying? Even if you go to jail, what you gonna go to jail for embezzlement? A couple years? And come back out to my 6.2? Nah, no.
Right.
No. I gotta get you. You know what I
the
mean?
fact that he was able to probably get him, it means that the guy didn't have the assets to even.
Yeah, he was.
That's what I was gonna
he
say
did
next.
right.
So
That's
you
what I'm
took
saying.
him,
Like, he was not in a position. Like, he wasn't rich. This was a guy that was trying to steal money to get rich.
Right.
He
You know what I'm
probably was
saying?
making like, let's say he was making $200,000
Probably
a year,
100,000
right?
a year.
Right? 200,000. Now you buying all these houses and mansions, and where you getting this money from?
Exactly.
So now I got to investigate.
And then on top of that,
an
there's
investigation.
there's probably a wire paper trail here. Like,
No, it's definitely it's stealing and
Always.
all types of shit. So that's crazy.
It doesn't even pay.
it's nuts. So I don't know what this dude was thinking, but he messed with the wrong dude. Cause 50's a different cat. It's a different cat. Did y'all hear about the Florida man? Man spent 34 years in jail. 34 years in jail. And his 400-year sentence in prison for a crime he didn't commit has been exonerated. So they put him away for 400 years
It's crazy.
For something he didn't do.
for something that he did not do and spent 34 of those 400 behind bars.
The crazy thing is, just like, what do they give you when you get out, like, off of something like that?
Most of these dudes, like dudes that get these cases overturned, they sue the city and get bread.
Right.
So it may his lawyers may end up getting him a bag. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, like, but the things that you could have went through
Bro, 34 years.
while in prison,
Like, think about it, bro.
protecting your manhood.
If you had a 5-year-old, bro, that kid's a grown person, almost 40 now,
And you didn't do it.
and you didn't do it.
But see, the sad thing is like that rhetoric is more common than we think.
Absolutely,
You know what
100%.
I'm saying? And it's
Right.
like, granted, you go in there for some shit you didn't do, but then you tack on more charges trying to survive in there.
Yeah,
Right.
And that's just the worst part. So now it was 400 years, but now it's going to be 411 because you got caught with this or whatever.
But even that's a great point, Claude. But the worst part of that is you're institutionalized.
No, worse.
So whatever life you had before, you know what I'm saying, enjoying your family, or however you lived your life before, you don't know that life no more. Things have changed. 3 decades have passed.
Yeah, in most
Technology has advanced,
cases,
fam.
in most cases, your family forgot about you at that point.
Some
Like, you don't have no family. Like, when you get out, you don't have a family. You could try to rebuild, but it's just not the same.
like if you
No,
go,
you gotta build.
like if you
It ain't
go
no
in-
rebuild. You gotta build.
if you go in like 34 years, your parents are probably not alive anymore. You know what I'm saying?
But
like
and then they probably turn their back on you
Yep.
for some shit you didn't do.
right because of the narrative. You've been in here, so obviously you got to be guilty, right?
I wish they would have locked up the woman that lied about Emmett Till.
Come on, bro. She took that to her, on her deathbed. She admitted it. You didn't hear about that?
That's what I would have done. I would have took her out her deathbed.
Yo,
Oh gosh, yo.
Yeah, I would have took her old ass out of hospice and put her in the
yo, what's wrong with this man?
This guy. Yo.
Yo,
You don't think she deserved it?
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But you just can't say that.
Why not?
You just can't say that.
Oh,
Okay, that's all I'm saying. I feel you, but you just can't say that. I agree, but you just can't say that.
hey man.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Don't ever let me become president.
No, don't want that. I don't even want you to become mayor.
Bro, I would do a better job than Adams.
Nah. You leave him alone, okay? Leave him alone. All right, coming up after the break, Aaron Watch. Claw, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, cool. After the break.
Yo, it's your man DJ G Money from that Flip the Script podcast. You see it? We in the studio right now. Flip, shut up. Yeah. Oh, listen. Shout out to the All Even podcast. My man Barry Grant Jr. What's up, man? What happened? What you want to say to the people?
Shout out somebody else's podcast.
Yeah, don't make it the joint. What's up?
All even.
All Even podcast.
Yo, it ain't even up here, boy. We put this. Yo, what's up, man? All even. Yo, you. Oh my God. What's up with you, man? Now you gonna that's the shout out. You keeping this?
Yeah, keep all that. You want to jump
All
in the
Even
camera?
podcast, right?
Yeah, All
Shout out
Even.
to All Even podcast, right? All Even. That's your man.
My man.
All right, shout out to All Even podcast.
100%. He cool. Is he cool? Let me see. Is he cool?
G. What is it, G? I shout him out, G.
Welcome back, y'all. Aaron Watch. Claw was excited this week. He was.
Definitely was.
Pat McAfee show. He put it out there that Aaron Rodgers was going to be on the show, and everybody got to tune in. Well, I tuned in because I wanted to see it. And he had the highest streams or viewing on the live stream he's ever had. They were like 500,000+ people in that stream.
Wow.
Waiting to hear from Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers gets on the screen and he's talking about, all the process, right? Of him being 90% retired, him going into the darkness retreat, and him coming out having an idea of where he was going to lean until he heard that Green Bay wanted to move on. So that's when he was like, okay, well, I came out of this darkness retreat wanting to play. Since Green Bay doesn't want me, then I'm okay with that. It's time to go to the Jets. Like, he's like, this. I'm not announcing anything on the show. I've already made up my mind that I would like to play for the Jets. So Jet fans go crazy, obviously. Everybody's celebrating. Claw celebrating. But the deal is still not done yet. So, Claw, thoughts? How'd you feel when you heard him say he's planning to play for the Jets? And how did you feel when I told you about the deal not being done yet and the mood just changed? How you feel?
You already answered your own question already.
Well, I want to hear it. I want to hear the emotions.
It's the same thing. He wants to do something that there's politics that may not let him do it. It's ridiculous. I don't know how they can take him back and keep him for another year. I think that's the most.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I'm just saying, at this point, like the part you left out, like he knew what it was when they drafted Jordan Love.
Yes,
in the first round.
Correct.
So he already knew. He was like, all right, cool. I'm about to get out of here.
And
anyway.
and he said too also that Green Bay likes to operate. They like to move on a year before they're supposed to, right? So, but in his case, they probably should have moved on last year.
Should have did it but
before the deal.
But then
you know
he
what I'm saying?
came back and lit it up, and it was, So, I mean, look, to hear that he wants to play for the Jets is an amazing situation for a Jets fan, because usually, like, we get in these situations. We never even get in these situations. Like, we almost had Tyreek Hill last year. There was a little bit to that we had nothing to do with.
Right.
We would have had him. You know what I'm saying? That would have been crazy. But just the fact of him having an interest and wanting to come here and us making the moves to secure the shit is something we've never done. We always fuck up somewhere. Mm-hmm. We always mess up, like, the littlest. Yo, why don't you, his wish list that he gave out. Like, they're still pursuing Odell. They got Lazard. They're beefing. Nobody notices, though, and these are quiet moves, but they're beefing up the offensive line, something vicious.
Pause.
How so? Beefing up the offensive line, that's what they call it. It's nothing plausible about that. Good try, though.
Oh, man.
I was just trying to throw him off.
Listen. All I know is
he was in his bag just now. Just want to throw him off. That's all.
But listen, all I know is he popped the cork on his bottle of Brute. He got the news. He couldn't put the cork back in.
Right.
So he had to just I guess he's gonna have to drink it flat.
Chili McFreeze, how you feel?
Man, this is Aaron. I think they're gonna still do it.
I don't think
They're
they have a
gonna
choice.
still do it.
Yeah, I don't think that.
Like at the end of the day, this he's still gonna go. They're gonna figure it out.
They're at right
And this
now.
is their chance to make their run that they're trying to make.
Yeah.
And if they don't do it now, this is it.
It's never happened.
The Jets right now are at a point of no return, right? Like, they've already committed to making these moves. You had a conversation with Aaron Rodgers. You've kind of aligned yourself in this position where there is no other quarterbacks to get.
Right.
All the other quarterbacks are pretty much gone. Except Lamar, right? That's still out there as an option, but you've already hired Nathaniel Hackett. You've got Alan Lazard. You got rid of Braxton Berrios. You made up all of this, created all this cap space. You're beefing up the offensive line, like Claw said, right? You're doing all of these things for Aaron Rodgers. So my thing is the Jets just have to stand back and see what happens with the negotiations. Green Bay right now, according to Aaron Rodgers, they're the ones that are holding up the deal. Now, I've heard, pundits and sports reporters, and you've heard debate shows and everybody's kind of against Aaron Rodgers. Oh, well, he's always talking about Green Bay never gave him anything, and Green Bay's always obliged him, and this and that. And I'm the opposite of this. I think, yes, Aaron Rodgers is a diva, right? We all understand that.
Right.
He needs a little bit more maintenance than the average quarterback. He's not like Brady where you just plug and play with Brady, right? Aaron Rodgers needs a little bit of coddling. Cool. But let's not look at Green Bay as if they're the innocent bystander here. Because they aren't. They're not. They tend to not take care of certain players in their history the right way. They didn't take care of Jordy Nelson.
Facts.
They didn't take care of Randall Cobb. It was Aaron Rodgers that had to get him back.
Right.
They didn't take care of A.J. Hawk.
Eddie Lacy.
I mean, Eddie Lacy was a big monster at the end of his career. Like, he couldn't put a sandwich down. So, like, I'm not going to put it on Green Bay. They tried to get him down, and it was like, all right, Zion, you gotta go. You gotta go,
man.
right? But they tend to not treat certain players the right way, right? And that's where I side with Aaron. It's like, all right, cool. I understand you as Green Bay, you know that he's a diva. But you also didn't do him any favors by not drafting a wide receiver for like 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
You got him Devontae Adams, cool. You see what they did, but could you imagine if he would have got somebody else with Devontae, how good that offense would have been?
Right.
Stop being cheap when J.J. Watt wanted to be a Packer and you decided to try to lowball him and he ended up going to Arizona when he wanted to be in Green Bay. Like, all of those things Green Bay did. Even with Brett Favre, they used to cut corners with those teams too. So everybody wants to talk about, oh, well, you got all of these MVPs between these two great Hall of Fame quarterbacks and only 2 Super Bowls to show for it. Okay. But what did the organization do to put great skills around these guys for a long period of time? They didn't do much. So for Aaron Rodgers, he said, all right, cool. Well, if you're not going to put the right weapons around me, then pay me. Give me the $50 million.
Right.
If I'm gonna stay here and there's nobody here, I'm gonna just leave because they want a lot of people, and me too. I'm definitely gonna take some of the blame for this. Like I said, that Aaron Rodgers probably put Devontae Adams out the door, right? With his waffling back and forth. It's possible. But it's also possible too that Devontae Adams looked at it like, y'all want to play with my man Derek Carr in Vegas, and it really doesn't matter what Aaron Rodgers does because Green Bay gave him more money than what he took in Vegas. They offered him more bread.
Right.
So is that really on Aaron's head?
No.
No.
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe Aaron knew he was leaving anyway.
He
knew
exactly.
He was out. He knew
and
what time it was. He knew everything's out there.
And that was the other team that he wanted to go to. But that didn't work out. He wanted to be in Vegas too. So it was either Jets or Vegas.
Still think the Jets is a great look, bro.
Nah, the Jets.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
It has
It's
no
just
choice but
about It's just about compensation. What does Green Bay want? Are they looking for first? Because they're trying to say that they want a Matt Stafford type of package back. And all right, let's talk to the resident Jets fan. What would you give up for Aaron Rodgers? If they're asking for a first, couple of thirds, conditional fourth, would you do it? At this point,
No.
Well, let me finish. At this point, you've done all of these things. You got Nathaniel Hackett. You got Alan Lazard. You've done all of these things to make room for Aaron Rodgers. At this point, you got to give them what they want.
I wouldn't give him what they want because he's already cleared where he wants to go.
Right.
He doesn't want to play for you anyway. So what he can do is probably just retire.
Okay.
And then everybody loses, which potentially I think that's what they're trying to push for, honestly.
Right, that doesn't hurt Green Bay.
Right.
That hurts the Jets.
It hurts the Jets. Definitely does.
So that's what I'm saying. The Jets have no leverage here.
Right. But in hindsight, he doesn't want to play for them.
Yeah, but it's not up to Aaron.
You can make me do something that you think you're making me do.
You're gonna
And
regret it.
what you're going to get from me doesn't even matter. I just won't play.
Right.
No, I get that.
So
But
it's no.
But let's talk. He's never going back to Green Bay. He's not playing, right?
Right.
So it's either the deal gets done or Aaron is retired. Either way, Green Bay doesn't give a shit. You understand what I'm saying? They already have Jordan Love. It's not like
But they do.
they don't.
They do.
So Green Bay has to do the deal no matter what, right?
They have to do the deal.
We're talking about retiring, but they still got to fulfill that contract. So
How-
if he says, I'm not going to retire.
But there's a portion of the contract that they have to pay.
Correct. But then that's
So either way, they're fine. They've already made the decision to be done with him. So they already said, okay, cool. Are we going to trade him and let somebody else deal with that 60? Or we're going to just deal with the retirement side of it and pay him anyway, and we got Jordan Love on a rookie deal. They've already made their mind up.
Right.
Because before he went into that darkness retreat, they've already made their mind up about we're done with him regardless of what he does. You feel what I'm saying?
Which
So
is-
for the
Right.
Jets, and I'll let you go, Chloe. For the Jets, it's either they have to go all in no matter what Green Bay asks for, because there is no alternative for the Jets. There is none. It's not like they have somebody else in the tuck, a young guy that say, all right, cool, well, we tried to go for Aaron Rodgers, but we're just going to go ahead and turn to the young guy. No player on the Jets wants Zach Wilson to be the quarterback. They don't like that kid.
Right.
yeah. and
They don't like that kid.
they just
Mike
got-
White's gone.
Mike is gone.
Mike White's gone, right?
Barrios is gone.
So this is
He
what
was
I'm saying.
trash, though, to me.
Nah, he was good. He was good.
Nah, he dropped too many balls.
He
Dropped way too
definitely
many
dropped
balls.
Who you
one.
doing? Oh, Barrios?
Hell yeah.
Hey, he's not bad. But
He was the token white guy. You need him.
but that's what I'm saying. So
Cole Beasley.
for the Jets, they don't have an option. So I get that they want to try to look like they have some leverage, or they want to, be cool. Y'all not gonna take advantage of me. But at the end of the day, Aaron Rodgers declared that he wants to go there,
Right.
which means that it's now an exclusive negotiation, which means that Green Bay has all of the cards here. So no matter what they want, you have to give them. You have to.
Right. In the Jets sense. But think about the Green Bay Packers, what they're doing right now. They're holding the person that told you, hey, our guy, we want you to retire with us. You're forcing his hand to be like, well, we're going to hold this deal up because, yeah, we know you want to leave on and we already got it back up, but we're going to hold you to this because we can. So you really think he's going to want to retire with them?
Brett Favre ended up retiring with the Packers, and they
left on better terms.
They didn't.
They left on better terms.
No, they didn't. They traded
Yeah.
Brett Favre.
He went to Minnesota.
when
Right.
he
He
did
went to
not.
Minnesota.
When he didn't want to go to the Jets. He wanted to keep playing for the Packers. They said, we don't want you here, so we're going to trade you to the Jets.
Right.
That's what happened. It took like 7 years for Brett Favre to go back to Green Bay and actually mend the fences.
Right.
It didn't happen right away. So it was not an amicable parting. This is the same thing. Green Bay wants compensation. They're basically looking at it like, yo, you have held us over a barrel for the last 5 years about, oh, am I going to play? I'm going to stay. Am I going to retire? And we've always came back to you. Please, Aaron, come back. We need you. They're done with that now. So for them, they're like, yo, listen, whatever you decide to do, we're good.
Green Bay put themselves in their own situation.
Green Bay, they've been planning this, is what I'm saying. So if Aaron wanted to play, they were always going to try to get maximum compensation no matter where he went.
And it only makes sense, to be honest
And it
with
makes
you.
sense.
It
For
makes
Green
sense.
Bay, it makes sense because it's like, yo, if I'm going to trade him, listen,
They're pretty much in a no-lose
I'm
situation.
gonna get something for you. Exactly, Fang. They're in a no-lose situation. If he retires, cool.
Right.
We got our quarterback.
Bye.
If you want to go somewhere, you're not leaving here unless we get some compensation for you. So the Jets, I'm sure Jet fans are happy right now. But if I'm Joe Douglas and what's his name, Woody Johnson, they just gonna have to call Green Bay and say, all right, whatever y'all want, we'll give it to you. Because at this point, you really have no choice.
Yeah.
I
don't.
I don't want to give up a 13.
Bro, you have no choice if they want it.
13. I think that's crazy.
Brett Favre. Aaron Rodgers right now is still a top 6 quarterback in the league. Right now. Those don't fall off trees, bro.
Right.
They don't, but I wouldn't call it a top 6.
Name me 5 quarterbacks better than Aaron Rodgers.
What, this?
Right
coming?
now.
I mean, there are.
Right now. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Burrow.
Yep.
Joe Burrow.
Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Dude in Buffalo. What's his name? Josh Allen.
Josh
That's
Allen.
Once you go, that's it.
Right.
No, it's not a Still,
Once you go, that's it.
Name, Chargers.
Herbert is not better than Aaron Rodgers.
yes.
No, he's not.
Yes.
Herbert? No, he's
Hell
not.
yeah.
No, he's not.
Justin Herbert is amazing, bro.
Nah.
I would
He's
definitely put him over Aaron
He's
Rodgers.
Aaron
He's
Rodgers.
good. He's not better than Aaron
Not
Rodgers.
better than Aaron Rodgers, bro.
Next.
Now, at this state, yes, he is. And I'm putting that on it.
Stanley Square.
Yo, Aaron Rodgers, not for nothing, he is good. He is. But last season, he wasn't as good as Josh Herbert. Come on.
Okay, but look, you see Herbert's weapons?
But we're talking about, so we're not talking about the totality of Aaron Rodgers. We're talking about next season going and last season.
Right, but you have to talk about what makes somebody great.
Right.
Well, because I'm not taking any greatness from
Russell
Aaron
Wilson
Rodgers.
is still good, right? But we called him trash last year because he
was.
had a bad year.
He
Why?
was.
Because the weapons didn't look good. He didn't look good.
No, he was trash last season.
Right.
He couldn't even get it going at all.
What I'm saying is that he looked bad, but the weapons around him weren't that great either. You feel what I'm saying? So that matters. Aaron Rodgers,
You put Rodgers in a
the
good
year
situation,
before,
bro.
we talking about the same dude that won the MVP 2 years ago. When he had Devontae Adams. He don't have Devontae this year, the offense drops off. He's not the same quarterback. Of course. He lost a number 1 receiver.
Right.
It matters. So for me, you put Aaron Rodgers now with the Jets with all those weapons, nobody's going to start talking about who's better than Aaron Rodgers.
No, so I know Aaron Rodgers is going to do amazing if he goes with all those weapons. Like the Jets, just to be honest with you, I think they are a quarterback away from
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
semifinals championship. A quarterback.
I think if things break well, they can get to the AFC title game. Perfect. Things have to go perfect for them.
But last season,
Yeah, listen, we're not going to say that Aaron Rodgers didn't have a bad year, but he's still a top 6 quarterback.
he stunk.
Yeah. Stinks. But yeah, so Jet fans gonna have to hold off a little longer, but
They're going to figure it out.
if you're gonna have to give up that 13 claw, gotta give it up.
Yeah, they got it.
I don't think they're giving up all those people, though.
Got to give it up.
Nah, it's going to be a negotiation, but not
Bro,
that.
they
We
got-
can give a second,
See?
a future third.
This is why I can't stand Jet fans. They've never had a quarterback
Bro,
this talented
you about to
in
be in
their
a-
life.
right, you about to be in a great
In their
situation.
life. And you still got some fan. I don't want to give up. Give it up. That's Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
You saw what happened with the Rams. They said, F them picks, we're going to get Stafford and win a Super Bowl.
Now look at them now.
You know, then,
Right,
Yeah.
but they got a Super Bowl out of it. They don't care.
Yeah, they
don't
did.
care. Once you get the Super Bowl, it doesn't matter.
This is true.
You know what I'm saying? If the Jets win the Super Bowl next year,
So if they do this and don't get a Super Bowl, then what are you gonna say?
well, the thing is,
Well, that's football.
You gotta remember, when was the
Oh,
last
then
time?
it's football.
When was the
It
last
is.
time the Jets were in the playoffs? 10 years ago?
2015 season, 2016 season with Fitzpatrick.
you said what?
Did they? I don't think they didn't make the
make it?
playoffs.
I think
No,
they made it.
no, they didn't make the playoffs.
It was close.
They remember they were a game out. They didn't make the playoffs.
Last time
So it was the decade.
09, 010.
Yeah, it's been a while. So
Mark Scott.
So this is what I'm saying. The Jets haven't made the playoffs in a while. Aaron Rodgers can get you there. That right there is good enough.
Right.
Because they haven't seen the playoffs in a while.
And that's all you're missing.
And that's all you're missing.
Listen,
like all it takes is one good run and you can be able to be in the title game. We've seen them be in the title game 08, 09. It happens. If you the last time they had a great defense, they were in the AFC title game. And they had a quarterback that can be able to man the ship. You have a quarterback now that can man the ship. So that's what I'm saying as a Jets fan, as Jets management, there is no price I won't pay for that. You understand what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
Because it's picks.
Right.
You already have a great draft class the last 2 seasons. You can give up some picks now.
Yeah, what you saying that?
You can give up some picks now because it doesn't matter because this is the
last
most
draft.
talented guy that you've ever had manning the quarterback
Last
position.
season, last year they got
The last, that's what I,
The last
I
2
keep
years.
forgetting that.
Yeah, and the year
past
before,
2
yeah.
year draft.
They got
has
So
been
that's
they
what
got
I'm
the
saying.
picks, and everybody's young
Generational
too.
talent.
You're not getting a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers right now anywhere.
But the worst thing about that is those are all rookies. They got to renegotiate those contracts, and they're not going to be able to.
But Aaron Rodgers has 2 years.
Yeah.
Right.
So
in 2 years,
after
those
his
guys
2 years
still
are
good.
up, then now it's time to renegotiate their contract.
And that's fine. But what's going to happen in those 2 years is that Aaron Rodgers is going to help those offensive weapons get better.
Yeah, they're gonna
And then
need
the money will be there for them because Aaron Rodgers won't be there.
No, they're gonna need a quarterback after he
Aaron
leaves
Rodgers
too.
will be in
They're
there.
gonna have to
Fine.
give money to somebody.
You'll give it to somebody, but at the end of the day, you're going to need somebody to develop those guys. Zach Wilson is not that guy.
Yeah,
He's not.
trash.
And hopefully he can learn.
So
Trash
so
galore.
at this point, you have to give up no matter what it is for Aaron Rodgers. Whatever they ask for, just tell them cool and get the deal done.
I'll tell you right now, son.
They gotta give it up. Pause.
AFC divisional game. Jets versus Dolphins. Mike White's the quarterback,
Yeah, I can see that happening.
and that's good. And Mike White and Braxton Berrios.
I can see it. Tua Tagovailoa gets hurt. Enter Mike White.
Mike White comes in. Yo, bro.
And I ain't gonna lie to
That's
you, boy.
sting. That's a stinger right
Tua
now,
is
bro.
done. They ain't putting them back.
And I'm gonna be like, Mike White.
Gotta come
Mike White.
viciously. Pause.
Tua is done. That's it.
That'd probably be the first time I'm a Dolphins fan. I ain't gonna hold you because Mike White's my guy.
And my man Miami Mike is going to be going crazy, talking.
Oh my
Dolphins
god.
winning, dog. What you
That is
talking
my
about,
guy.
dog?
So yeah, so that's basically where I'm at with it.
Jets
honestly.
talk.
I think the Jets need to just pony up and give it up.
I ain't giving you 13 cents.
Mini or
Got
suck.
to.
I'll give you next year's.
Moving on. Nicole's team, Giants. Got Darren Waller. Very good deal.
Good pickup.
Good pickup.
Darren Waller.
Thoughts about Darren Waller ended up on the Giants?
I think it's a great pickup as long as he's healthy.
Facts.
That's yeah.
When healthy, I think Darren Waller is what, top 4 tight end in the
Yeah.
league?
When healthy.
Yeah.
It makes up for the not having wide receivers.
Yeah, I was about to say
That's
that.
facts.
That's all
They
they
can
got.
have a tight end, but
Ingram was lit over there for a little minute.
Yeah, he got baby hands though.
they still need receivers.
Man, they ain't got nobody.
Yeah.
Darry Tonys and all these
Bro,
other
it's the
people.
Giants. Who
Well,
cares?
Tony's on the Chiefs now.
Exactly. I don't even know who they have. The Darius Shepard or whatever.
I think
guys are
nah, Sterling. I think Sterling Shepard left too. I think he's on the Jags now.
Better. So it's
Oh,
like
he did?
everybody.
Did he leave?
I didn't see.
he's still there.
I didn't see. He made. He made. He
Slayton,
made.
is Slayton even on that team anymore? Like,
I don't know who.
see,
Did.
that's what I'm saying. There's nobody there, bro.
Nicole, who's still? Who's
Who's
still
still a receiver? Saquon?
Saquon Barkley.
I don't know.
I mean, they're trying to figure out Danny Dimes.
Let's be honest, guys. Besides Nicole, do we any of us even care about the Giants?
We got covered though. We got covered
Oh, let
though.
me ask Phil.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh, that's messed up.
Look, man.
Nobody
Look.
care. Yo, I don't even know who's on that team, bro.
Yeah.
Daniel
Saquon
Jones.
Barkley.
Daniel
That's
Jones.
it. Daniel
Saquon
Jones.
Barkley.
Those are the only 2 people. Everybody
that's
else is a blur.
Moving on. Moving on.
They don't even have names on the jerseys.
What do we think about Matt Ryan getting cut? Is Matt Ryan done?
It's time,
Yeah,
man.
it's a wrap.
Does it even make sense for him to be a backup quarterback at this point?
No.
Matt Ryan was an amazing quarterback as he was playing, but now it's time.
Yeah, I think for him, honestly, I'm with y'all. I think like he's done too much in his career to be a backup. Right? Like, I can't see that. Like obviously he can be a veteran and teach the other, the younger quarterbacks about the position, all that stuff. I get that, but can't really see it.
He could be a QB coach somewhere.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see
You're
that.
gonna see Matt Ryan do from now on with no pads on the bench, on the sideline, suited up.
I don't want to see that.
Nah, I don't either.
I'd rather see him on ESPN or CBS being an analyst.
What is that they say? You got to know when to hold up, know when to fold up,
Kenny
know
Rodgers.
when to walk away.
Good voice over there.
Nah, but last year the Colts situation was bad. Though.
Yeah, it was foul.
The fact that he even topped his own record as far as
I hated that.
comeback, the Colts comeback.
I hated that.
First off, it didn't look right anyway.
It didn't.
It didn't look right. He's always going to be in that Falcon black to me. You know what I'm saying? So
It almost turned into a Tua situation. I'm like, yeah.
why you throwing shots at Tua?
No,
That's twice.
I'm not. Nah, I didn't want that to happen to me. I'm like, take him out the game, man. Get him out that blue. First off, I can't even explain.
Yeah,
It wasn't the Falcons.
We're done with Matt Ryan, and he should be done with football too. So after the break, we're gonna talk some more football. Talk about our precious Dallas Cowboys. After the break.
Yo, this is Cigar Gents and Gals. I want to give a shout out to my boy Barry for All Even Podcast. Keep doing your thing, bro. Killing it.
Cowboys.
Dallas.
Cowboys news.
Trash news.
Real team.
Trash news.
America's team.
Cricket.
America. Me and Fang McFro's big time Cowboys fans, but we are sad.
Trash.
We're sad today. Well, not gonna get into it yet. Not really sad, no. No.
The
Well,
Ewok
I'm sad.
is leaving?
I'm sad. But before we get into the sad news, let's get into the happy news with Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys trade for Stephon Gilmore. We only give up a conditional 5th round pick for the former defensive player of the year, 5-time Pro Bowler, All-Pro. This is good. This is a good trade for the Cowboys because now you got Trayvon Diggs on one side, you got Stephon Gilmore on the other side. That defense is starting to look a little scary, Fang. What you think?
What Diggs say? Well, they got to throw it somewhere.
Facts.
They gotta
Where you
throw
gonna
it
throw it? Where you throwing it?
Middle.
Cut it out.
You got LVE there too. And then you got the Mr. Micah. Mayo Micah. Mayo Micah. Okay. So Cowboys looking good right now, but they're not done, Fang McFrost.
No, far from.
Rumors are, and there are rumors, that DeAndre Hopkins is angling to play for the Dallas Cowboys. He's been on certain Dallas TV. He's said that, hey, he's in Dallas right now selling property. There's a rumor out there.
Afford him.
There's a rumor out there that he's willing to take less money
Can't afford him.
to be able to come to Dallas. So, I know how Jerry operates. They are bargain bazaar hunters. They like to go for cheap deals. They don't like to hit home runs because the last big deal that Jerry Jones signed in free agency, he got bit by. And it was, what's his name? Carr. Yeah. It was that Carr, the cornerback. Got him, and it didn't work out for him. So he's never dipped into free agency again after that in regards to like a big major deal. But this is not a free agency thing, right? This is a trade thing. You got to get D-Hop. You have to, because we've seen what Dak Prescott looks like. I don't want to see any more. Personally, I don't care to see Dak Prescott in a Cowboys uniform again. But if he's going to be here, right? If he's going to be here, you got to get him some guy that is he's quarterback proof, literally. D-Hop can play with any quarterback in the league and be good.
Yep.
So it doesn't really matter who's throwing the football. He's going to catch it. You know what I'm saying? He's going to run routes. He's going to run by people. He's going to catch it.
Put it up. He's bringing it down.
Facts. So they have to make this move because, there's rumors about Stephon Diggs out there, OBJ, but, what's his name? Cooks with the Texans. He's a free agent now. So it's like all of these moves are fine, but D-Hop is the guy. D-Hop is the guy. So what do you think about that, Fang?
I'm happy about it.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I think we're on the we're on the right path. You know?
Yeah, Claw's over there mean mugging.
I think
Just a
jealous.
concept.
And then we're gonna get rid of Zeke.
Let's don't. First off,
Just a concept.
y'all don't even have a quarterback next season.
Cut it out.
Who's your quarterback?
You know who our quarterback is.
Who is it?
Who?
You know who it is.
Who? I'm serious. I'm literally curious. Brock Purdy is not going to be healthy.
Why not?
Jimmy G's not going to be there. Jimmy G's gone.
What does that mean?
Who's the quarterback?
Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, I know who the quarterback is. We're going to get to him in a minute. Hold on. I'm going to flame him in a minute.
Cut it out.
But moving on.
Y'all over there hoping on a prayer.
Christian
It's
McCaffrey.
rumors. It's rumors.
Listen, Christian McCaffrey can't stay healthy as a running back. Maybe he should be the quarterback.
Facts. He be a special team.
Y'all lost us last year. Cut it out.
Yeah, we lost to you because our quarterback's a double agent, of course.
So you think he ain't gonna double agent you next year?
Not with D-Hop.
No.
Why not?
Because D-Hop's
He
gonna be
can't
the
even
new
get to
quarterback.
him.
That's what it is. D-Hop gonna be the new quarterback.
Facts.
Yeah. D-Hop gonna do everything.
Man, he's gonna be doing a hip dance all over the place.
Yeah.
Or we get OBJ, he can throw.
Oh,
He
come
go
on.
too.
Everybody's gonna save y'all.
I'm just saying.
Everybody but your quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. Now, moving on to the sad news. This
Wait,
is,
we re-signed Rush.
yes, Cooper Rush back. Rush, get the yo. Go. Yeah.
Jaceki signed with the Patriots.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares about that.
Exactly. Nobody cares about Rush
No,
either.
people can Dallas.
Oh,
we care about him. We care about him.
We care.
He's a better quarterback.
We care.
He's a better quarterback. All right, but I'm sad. I am. I'm sad, Fang. I'm sad.
Are you really?
I'm sad.
Ewok is
Are you
leaving.
sad because he didn't live up to the potential?
Zeke's gone.
Are you sad because he didn't live up to the potential, or you sad because he's gone? Which
I
one?
mean, can we really say that he didn't live up to potential?
Zeke was supposed to be a lot better than what he was.
But he's all right. So let's break this down. Zeke came into the league and led the league in rushing for the first 2 years of his career, or 3 years of his career, because the second year is when he got suspended.
Mm-hmm.
Played 10 games, and if he would have played the full season, he would have led the league in rushing again. So I don't think Zeke's Cowboy tenure was a disappointment. I don't. Because came in as a rookie, dominated for the first 3 or 4 years of his career, and they were very close to winning a Super Bowl in those few years, especially in 2016. They had a good team that year, and if it wasn't for Aaron Rodgers' heroics, they possibly get to the NFC Championship and maybe a Super Bowl. Not saying that they're gonna win, but they probably would have got there, right? Because the road was that easy that year for them. Zeke was the engine behind this team. He was. And for a long time, it was Zeke or nothing, right? Dak wasn't that guy until the offense changed and Mr. Moore wants to throw the ball. We seen the disaster that happened.
You can't say he was never that guy. You can't say that.
Ooh, Dak?
Yeah.
Dak was never that guy.
Come on.
Dak was never that guy.
Can't say that. He's a starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys.
You know who else is starting quarterback?
Christian McCaffrey.
Yo, don't hate.
Yeah.
Because y'all gonna let your best running back retire or get traded on a getting driven in the backfield on a long snap. Come on, get out of here with that.
So that's my thing.
That's how you end your Dallas career.
I think Zeke's career, honestly, I don't have a problem with it. I think because he was such a physical back, he ran to contact. And guys that run into people, they don't really last long.
It's only
They
one
don't.
person I would say that did last a long
what about-
time, and that was Adrian Peterson.
And
That's it.
he's a freak.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they don't make bell cows the same anymore.
No
right?
tanks,
I
no
like
Frank
Hunt,
the Tank.
Yeah,
Henry.
they don't make guys like that. They don't make guys that.
What about Henry? What about Henry?
Henry's another freak
Derek
of nature.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not the norm to have guys like that. So for me, you look at Zeke's career, I think he's slightly under 10,000 yards for his career as a Cowboy. You know, he's not
He's
going to be
a
a Hall of
beast,
Fame,
man.
I don't believe, but he's going to be in our Hall of Fame in regards to the Cowboys. He's
He gonna make the Cowboy Hall
and
of
on
Fame.
top of that, what I loved about him is that he came in as a immature kid.
Right.
And, you know, he had some hiccups in regards to some off-field stuff. but really cleaned that up and was a locker room leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, guys loved Zeke. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I saw, the maturity of the guy. You know, although his physical play or his play on the field wasn't great anymore, keeping him around mattered. And I think that's why Jerry kept him around for so long, because his cap hit last year was bad. They could have cut him last year, but they would have took a big cap hit. But it's like they kept him around because he's Zeke. You know what I'm saying? If it was anybody else, it'd be more business and they would have got rid of him a while ago.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like the organization in itself, I know Jerry felt it. They had to cut him. Yeah. And for me, like, always going to have respect for Zeke. I hope he lands somewhere. It's going to be very hard, though, to see him get anywhere because nobody's really looking for a plotting back like that. He can still get touchdowns and short yardage stuff, right?
But where do you see him?
If I see him anywhere, honestly, I see him in Buffalo.
I was going to say
Buffalo's a good place for him.
Okay.
I think Kansas City's a good place for him. Short yardage. I think the Chargers could be a spot for him.
Dude, imagine he goes to Kansas City and gets a title.
It's possible. It's very possible. Very possible. And also, too, I can see him not signing anywhere. I can see him not getting an offer.
Being a free agent.
And I think he stays a free agent until the season comes. And we all know that injuries are going to happen. Mm-hmm. Somebody's going to give him a call. He's going to get a workout somewhere, and he's going to sign with somebody. So either way, Zeke is going to land somewhere. It just depends on the timing about when he's going to be able to get signed. I don't think it happens now. I think it happens more in camp or as the season goes on. Anybody got any thoughts?
His situation kind of reminds me of Frank Gore when Frank Gore went to Buffalo.
Yeah, and then Frank Gore kind of did the tour around the league after that.
Yeah, was efficient though.
Yeah, he was
efficient.
So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. But definitely shouts to
Big Ewok.
Shouts to Zeke, man. That's my guy. That's my guy.
Freaky.
I think I wish Dak Prescott would have got cut, but I wish it was Dak. give me Cooper Rush and Zeke. I'd have been fine with that. Damn. I still gotta look at Dak's face for another 2 years, and they possibly might extend him. Huh? Great. Great. That's my luck.
Yo, Jerry Jones sees something in Dak that nobody else sees.
Goodness.
Golly.
Moving on. I think we're there, fellas. I think we're at the halfway point to my irrelevant news.
You gotta be kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the... I mean, they stink.
I always like to break these funny stories. Woman sentenced to 8 years after beating her own face with a hammer and blaming it on an Asian grooming gang.
What?
Ah, man. I don't understand. You go as far as to beat your own face up. To blame. We were just talking about, certain situations off camera, right?
Can't make
this is
up.
crazy.
Wow.
Cole, I need your insight in regards to this. What would make somebody beat their face with a hammer just to blame it on a gang? Like, I'm curious.
Jesse Smollett.
Like, couldn't you just...
Rejection.
Rejection?
Oh, so you think she wanted to be down and they wouldn't let her?
I don't know about
or maybe it could have been something sexual?
She wanted to get that back blown out?
Exactly.
By the Asian gang?
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. That is... They got
the Yakuza.
All right, you gotta relax.
For me?
Both of y'all.
I didn't even say anything.
This is for Chili with Freed. This is for Chili with Freed. Yo, but what are we doing here? You're gonna beat your face in with a hammer. Couldn't you just run into a wall or something? Like, you gotta go that far and use a hammer?
Run into a wall?
I don't know. Something to bruise yourself and say that somebody hit you?
Was she fair skinned?
Oh gosh, here we go.
Was she white? Was she black?
She's white, yes.
So she really didn't have to hit herself that hard to bruise.
I mean, you're right. But
what? What?
You can't say that. You can't say that.
It's a known fact.
You can't say that though.
Say what?
You can't say that.
I didn't even say anything.
It's coming. We hear
You're
it.
not even allowing me to say anything.
Yo, we gotta be prepared.
Right, that's why I hit the button. I'm gonna stop you right there. All right, stop you right there. That's fine. It's fine. But chill me free. I need to hear it. Like, why would somebody do that? Why?
Listen, man.
Let me hear. Let me see if there's any more to the story.
So first though, she probably went. Like I said, she wanted to get that back, but nobody wanted to blow it.
All right, so let's hear the story now. Let's hear the story. Let me go deep dive.
Oh, let's go.
All right, 22-year-old woman named Eleanor Williams has been sentenced to 8.5 years in prison as she was caught lying about being beat in the face with a hammer and blaming it on Asian grooming gang. A fantasist. She's a fantasist. Claude got it. Was found guilty of lying about 3 men assaulting, trafficking, and abusing her. Williams' lies reportedly caused the men to attempt.
Wait, I'm curious. What's a grooming gang?
I have no idea.
Is this like a nails people, like nail technicians?
That's what I thought.
Grooming gang.
That's what I thought.
Like, did she want to get her nails done, and they're like, no. Like,
It was reported that Williams compiled and shared her accusations in a May 2020 Facebook post, and she included graphic images of her injuries and claimed that the men caused it. So yes.
This is a stretch. You ready?
Yeah.
So maybe she went to the nail salon, and they do waxing at most nail salons, and maybe she wanted to get
the rub and tug.
No, she didn't want to get a rub and tug, but she wanted to get down there waxed.
Okay.
Maybe what they encountered wasn't pleasant.
Maybe he laughed at her.
Maybe she wanted the rub and tug. Maybe she wanted the happy ending, and they weren't willing to give it to her.
Right. So she felt embarrassed?
She felt embarrassed and beat herself.
She beat herself bad too. This is crazy.
Yo, her face is wrapped, dude.
Listen,
wow.
Yo, people have different appetites
That's
for what they like.
crazy.
And I think she wanted something more on the physical front.
And they said no.
And they like, yo, chill, chick. We're not doing this
right.
shit.
But you know what? Maybe that's what gets her off.
That's what I'm trying to say.
No, I'm saying maybe beating herself gets
That's what,
her
yeah.
That's what I'm
okay.
trying to say.
You don't know.
Sorry.
She wanted to sign up for the physical action. And
they weren't with
it. Chill the fuck out, chick.
Yeah.
And she's like, no, somebody's going to beat me, even if it's me.
Right.
And she went to town and went Bob Vila on her face.
Do you think she came
Bob
while she
Vila.
was beating herself? Like, was she pleasured? Sorry.
Relax.
Could be.
Relax. Okay?
She might.
But you could be right. You could be right, fam.
Some
That's
people,
all-
listen,
that's all I'm
some
saying.
people like being
Yeah,
peed on.
Yeah. Moving on to some other people that alleged to be beat, and that was a lie. Juicy Smoulier.
Oh, God.
Juicy Smoulier. What?
Wait, didn't I just see a reenactment or something like that?
Nah, it was them.
No.
Oh, those are the guys.
Those are the dudes.
They came out.
He said he wanted me to throw him like this, and so he did this. Like, I was like, what?
So here's my thing.
3,500 each.
Right.
That's it?
Was it each? Or was it just 3,500? Because we heard 3,500. He didn't say each.
Okay, and maybe
So they might have got 3,500 total.
How the hell do you pay $3,500 twice to something? Like, I'm not thinking. Like, that's too much math, bro.
Right.
Yeah, y'all both get $3,500.
Nah, he paid one lump sum of 3,500, bro.
And that's still weird,
And
man. Because someone got more. Like, somebody got
Nah.
1,800 to
Nah, you
1,700.
split it.
1750.
down the line.
Okay, yeah, I guess
That's
I'm mad at
stupid, man.
But who's spending $50 to beat somebody's ass on camera?
Two brothers.
I don't know.
So somebody got $1,725?
No, 1,750.
Oh, $1,750. I'm sorry.
What's wrong with y'all?
Dummy. Yeah.
But I'm the dummy.
What's wrong with us?
Yes, y'all
What's
can't
wrong
do
with
math.
them?
Y'all can't do math. And that's all we talking about. We talk about the story about this man lying, paying $3,500 and faking this assault.
You know what I think?
Like, first off, let's just talk about it. The guy left the noose on his.
yo, cut it out. We don't even need to get too much into it.
My whole thing is, I just feel like America is done. Because I feel like when you do stupid stuff like this, like we say, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Right.
I think he needed to really win a stupid prize. I think they should have just, all right, well, this is what you want to do. Now we're going to get two people to actually beat the living shit out of you, so you can see how it feels to get beat.
That is done in a totalitarian state. That's done by a dictator who will feed you to lions or shit like that. So
I think Chile
in America,
you're right.
You can't do that.
In America,
publicly, they'll do it to you behind your back. They'll lock you up, and you have to go through that.
But publicly,
we can't.
Yeah.
Can't do that part.
But what is wrong with this dude, Jussie Smollett? Like, what would possess you to do that?
Yeah, I don't get it.
Seriously.
What was the motive?
Same thing.
What was the motive?
Same thing as that girl.
Trying to be, yeah.
What they call it?
Well, he
also maybe.
Probably.
Oh, so you think he wanted to be gangbanged?
Nah, I think with him it was more so trying to be a hero.
Fantasist. This is what they call it.
Fantasist.
Oh, he was a fantasist.
I'd never even heard of that word until tonight. Fantasist.
I think in some ways I'm a fantasist.
You are definitely a fantasist.
Oh my god.
But I wouldn't beat myself.
Mr. Glory
No,
Hole
you're a
himself.
fantasist on the things. You're not like a what do you call it? What do people call when they beat themselves, Nicole? What's
Is
it
that like
called, Vic?
self-mutilation?
No, it is something like that. Yes. There's a term for it.
Self-abuser.
No.
What about when they dress up in whips and all that stuff? That's what you are.
That's dominatrix.
Not a
Yeah, that's
dominatrix. I
what,
don't want nobody
not a
beating me.
dominatrix, but
Yes, masochist.
Oh.
That's what it's called. Masochist.
What is that they called it? What was that movie with role models when they were out there fighting with swords and Dungeons and Dragons type stuff? What is that
Lear?
called? Yeah, Lear. I would do that, dude.
I don't like
Yeah, you do a lot of stuff.
What was that, LARPing?
Lark.
You do a lot of stuff.
Lark. It is Lark.
Something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would do
Live
it.
action.
Moana. He wanted to be Moana.
Dude, if I had
Live
some
action role play, that's what it's called.
If I had some legit lightsabers right here, you trying to tell me you guys wouldn't want to fight me?
That's lightsabers. That's different, fam.
Yeah, fuck it. This guy
Like-
signed up already.
If it makes the noise, we can
Yeah,
do
exactly.
it.
Like that's different.
Now, if it was a proton pack,
Yo, we going out and catch some ghosts.
He wants to shun. He wants
Yo.
to judge me for the lightsaber.
so
on
listen,
proton packs.
listen,
bro.
proton pack.
I don't care what you saw in the movie. Just never cross streams.
Oh, never. No.
He's cross streams before. He's done.
Hey, yo.
Yo,
He's done it.
yo, relax.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Oh,
He's done it.
relax.
He's done
That's
it.
your man. That's your man.
Cross streams.
Moving on.
His glasses
Moving
are
on.
steamy.
Moving on. Are you watching? Are you
Wipe the
looking?
mist off your lenses.
Oh man.
Moving on. Last irrelevant news of the week. This one is good. For all the Yankee fans that are so obnoxious about their team, right? You hear Yankee fans, oh, you guys do with anything. All this nonsense, right? Did you know that Yankee players have to pay for their own Wi-Fi on the team plane?
They have enough money. They can afford it.
Could you? One of the richest organizations in baseball
Listen.
forces their players to buy Wi-Fi like they're on Spirit Airlines.
Wow.
They probably on the Spirit plane. You never know.
Yeah, right.
I'm right.
That was some of the
wow.
most irrelevant fucking news
Yeah.
I've ever said on this phone.
Yeah,
I mean, on the show, and I feel completely dumber by listening to that.
it's
shit.
irrelevant news of the week.
Jesus Christ, like that was bad. I don't know. This is probably the worst one.
No, but this is like,
That was completely irrelevant. Like,
How?
what the?
how can you allow? Like, you're the Yankees. That's supposed to be comped.
I make the money back somewhere,
Listen.
bro.
Yep. Tired of
You
giving
don't.
away free
You're
stuff.
not here to work. You're here to work.
But I
don't care if you
understand
get on
that.
Twitter.
But every other team does it. But y'all are the Yankees, bro.
That's why.
But
they
let
stay
me
You
there.
ask
also
you-
got to
let me
shave
ask you
your
this.
face when you're in the Yankees too. So
That's true.
But let me ask you: do you think it's really hurting them?
What, the players?
Yeah. Do you think it's hurting them that
I
they
wouldn't
have to
pay for that
pay for Wi-Fi?
I wouldn't pay for that Wi-Fi.
Yo, we'll pay you a little bit more.
It may
but,
be in the
hey, you gotta
contract.
pay your own
I wouldn't pay. You in my contract, you gotta pay for my Wi-Fi.
I really wouldn't care. I think I'm making enough money to
Pay
I
for
can
mine.
pay for Wi-Fi.
That's money out of my pocket. I'm not paying that.
So why don't you just
I'm not
buy a
paying that.
hotspot?
That's like going to the hotel. I gotta pay for my own hotel.
Then drive.
I'm not doing that.
Then drive.
It's in my contract, fam.
got to pay
I
for a
pay
lot
for
of
Wi-Fi.
things.
Crazy.
Shame on the players.
The nerf. But that is
You
my
gotta be
relevant
kidding me. I mean, how do you watch the? I mean, yeah, they stink.
After break, We have some NBA talk. I have a bone to pick with the NBA.
He has changed the game, whether you like it or not. He's changed it. He's impacted the game in some fashion or form.
I'm gonna find a bar mitzvah for you to go to, and you gonna turn that motherfucker out.
Yeah, all the gals watching.
Crack him if you got him.
All the gals watching. Minus 6.
And I would like to formally welcome you to
Welcome.
Welcome.
and welcome the grid.
To the grid.
To the grid.
To the grid.
Welcome to the grid.
And welcome to the grid.
Welcome.
To the grid.
Welcome back, y'all. How do we feel about Lonzo Ball?
I like the guy.
You like the guy?
I like him. I think he's a good kid.
I think he is a good kid.
He tried.
I've had some issues with Lonzo Ball in regards to his motor, about if he really loved the game or not, if it was just playing it because, like, you know, I've said before that certain people play the game because they can.
Mm-hmm.
Some people play the game because they can and they also love it, right? He always was like a guy that just played it because he wanted to, right? Because he could. Rose to fame with his father, obviously, LeVar Ball, and I never looked at Lonzo Ball as a superstar. I never thought that he would have any superstar type of ceiling. He's going to be a very good player. Passing ability, rebounding ability. His shot was a little funky, and they changed that when he went down to New Orleans, right?
Yes.
So he was starting to develop his career.
Mm-hmm.
Then he left New Orleans, which I think was a mistake. And I guess they didn't see the value in him, and then he went to Chicago. But now he's dealing with all of these knee injuries, and the latest report is that he's having a third surgery on this knee. And they're doing a surgery that they're trying to save his career. If this surgery doesn't work, that might be it for Lonzo Ball. And to me, I think that's sad because this kid has a lot of potential, and to see his dream just kind of go up in smoke like that, it's tough.
It's part of the game.
It is part of the game, but sometimes it really isn't, because you don't really see young guys in basketball flame out like that. You see it in football. You see what I mean? But
in
like
basketball too.
You do, but it's not very common. Like when a guy is a good player, you normally get to see them 10 plus years for their career, and then you start to see the erosion and the age start to get to them. But guys like,
wasn't like Carlos Boozer one of those
Boozer
two?
played a full career, bro.
Was
He
it
played a
Boozer?
full
It was
career.
somebody. I forget who it was.
You're probably talking about my boy from Portland, man. What's his name? Brandon Roy. Brandon Roy was a great player, and he had knee issues.
And then same thing with that big.
he had to retire early. Greg Oden had knee issues, feet issues.
It's sad, man.
But Greg Oden never really got his footing in the
83 years
NBA
old,
before he started to go bad. Lonzo actually played well and was starting to build his career up. So
in Chicago.
yeah, it's tough, man. Like, it's tough to see, and I'm hoping that the kid can be able to revitalize his career, and this surgery works. I hope it does work, so he can at least have some semblance of a career. You know what I'm saying?
They got to let him heal, though.
Huh?
Like, once he has the surgery, let him heal. Don't force him back out there.
But I mean, at this point, I don't think they can. I don't think that they can force him back. They have to allow him to go through the process.
But they said he's out for the season, so
yeah, he's
that's
gonna
part
be.
of his healing,
He's out for the remainder of this season, and he's gonna be out for next season.
Right. Jesus. And hopefully he'll be back.
So,
or he going overseas.
But then he has to also mentally get over it.
Right.
It's not just so.
It's a lot to get over.
But like, it's just sad. But it's like, he wasn't the best Jackson.
Tito.
Yeah, it's like he's. I
like
it was all
LaMelo.
about Michael anyway, so Michael's still playing.
Well, to be honest with you, Melo's good, but Melo has some injuries as well too. He hasn't been clean his career too in regards to injuries. So you know, I hope that he can stay pretty much injury free for his career. You know what I'm saying? Because that'd be tough, man, to raise these kids and to get them there. And it's still a success, obviously, that they made it to the NBA, right? Like, nobody can ever take that away from Lonzo if he retires tomorrow. But, you know, I would still like to see the kid continue to play.
I just don't get it. It's like everyone's getting injured. Yeah. But now they got the best this, the best that. Like, but they're getting injured. And I feel like people weren't getting injured as much years ago.
Yeah, it's a fair point.
And then they want to blame, they're playing too much. But guys years ago didn't get injured this often, and they played all the time.
Right.
I was watching somebody talk about the shoes that they wear nowadays versus then. Mm-hmm. So everything is a low ankle shoe, and now all the injuries are like high ankle sprains and stuff like that.
It's true. They went from high tops, like high tops, to mids, to now everybody wearing soccer shoes.
Yeah. And they wear the ankle brace. So you got
some of the dudes don't even wear the ankle braces. Most of them.
But you got these the soccer shoes, and like give your ankles a chance. Like
like them
at least tape them up.
What was it? KDs or Ja Morant?
Bro, all of the shoes, bro. They're all
a pair of
lows.
Kobe's that were like soccer sneakers.
The first joints.
Oh my god. Bro.
Yeah. The first joints.
Kobe 7s and
Kobe
8s.
never sprayed his ankles in his joints.
Well, he tore Achilles though. Yeah. I mean, towards the end of his career,
right?
But, you know,
and that's when his sneakers started getting low.
No, that's when he started getting the high tops.
He had the high tops after the Achilles.
Yeah, because the high tops had the stitch of it.
Yeah. After he tore the Achilles, he got the high tops. And he didn't even wear them like that.
The Kobe, what, the 9s or the 10 elites?
Yeah, he didn't.
Pass those up top, black and yellow.
Well, I mean, he's not gonna be on camera. See it. Unless you want to
see the back, like that's
hand it to me. Yeah, that was after the surgery.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying, they had those, but they also have those in low.
Yes.
Well, he did wear the low ones.
He didn't wear
also.
those like that.
Right. He did wear the low ones also.
He didn't wear those like that. Yeah. So now you're right though. I think the sneakers. Obviously, we don't have any scientific proof of this, right? Mm-hmm. We're just going off of what we see in our opinion, but. Mm-hmm. I think that they have to find a way to, I think the shoes are lighter now. Like, shoes now on the basketball court feel like you don't have any shoes on.
Yep.
Like, that's what they want, right? They want to be lighter so you can jump.
So they can move.
At the end of the day, your shoes are supposed to be protection for your feet. Right. Like, and the lighter it is, it's not your sneakers are not supposed to feel like socks.
Right, and a lot of these sneakers, they're like flying it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Not even like full leather.
You can't feel them, so it's like
they're not even material.
You need to have some type of protection. Go back to the high tops, man. Like, when I was a ball player, I never wore lows ever. Yeah. Like I was scared to wear them.
Yeah, wear the Rasheed Wallace.
The crazy thing is,
right?
So NBA shoes now, how they're made, NFL shoes are made like that too.
Yeah,
low tops. Everybody's wearing lows.
But you know what the difference in the NFL is? Most guys tape up their ankles.
They do.
Tape.
In the NBA, they don't do it.
Well, no, people. You know what's crazy? That NBA players,
but you can't.
NBA players do tape their ankles, but there's a different type of tape for basketball.
Yeah,
right.
Like
you still gotta be able to
in
move.
Football, you can heavily tape your.
Yeah, you got to pack that tape,
right? But in basketball, you still want to keep your flexibility, so you're not gonna heavily tape your ankle. You know what I'm saying? So it's different.
Yeah, if you taped up your ankles like heavily in basketball, you ever see that scene when Forrest Gump broke out of the braces? He was running
just like that.
You see him break out of the tape?
It'd be just like that.
And I just kept running.
I'm telling you, man. So yeah, they gotta be. It's gotta be the shoes, right?
Gotta
be the shoes.
Is it the shoes?
Is it the shoes? Moving on. Ja Morant is going to come back very soon. He was suspended 8 games, conduct detrimental to league. They backdated it, obviously, with the games that he already missed. So he was on Jalen Rose's podcast and said that, he wants to erase the narrative that is created about him. And I'm just like, wait a second. Wait. Narrative that was created around him? Who created the narrative?
Himself?
He did.
Him did.
Crazy.
What are you talking about? It's not like the media dug up some dirt and You literally gave them the info.
Yep.
They've been calling him Ja Morant.
Yeah, Ja Morant.
Once they started showing his old posts,
it was a wrap.
With talking about cocaine and this and that, like what, bro? Like, he's like 10 years old.
Like he.
This is
who
he
what
is.
I said. This is who he is. It's gonna take him a while to understand that he needs to mature and he needs to get past that and move past the people that he was hanging around and got to get a new circle. But this is who he is.
Bro, I don't want to seem like a hater, but I think an 8-game suspension is being very light.
I agree.
It's very light.
I agree.
Because for one, you know,
how much you would have gave him?
Season.
Wow. Including playoffs? Or just regular season?
Season, including playoffs. Reason being, like I get it. You're a superstar. Certain things happen. They want to brush it under the rug. Like they get off. You know, they don't have to suffer the way us normal folks suffer.
Correct.
Because if I went across state lines with a firearm, trust me, they're gonna find the evidence to convict me.
Bro, they're putting you under the jail.
Right. They said, oh, yeah, we don't have enough evidence. So him having the firearm in another state is not enough evidence.
Right.
I'm confused. So I kind of want to see him get punished a little worse just to show that he's not above the law and that these guys aren't above us, regular civilians.
Right.
Above the Law was a great movie.
It was a good movie.
Yeah, but I don't like that at all.
I'm with you. I think I remember when I did my little short video. I said that he's definitely going to get more than 2 games originally, right? That was the original suspension, 2 games. He's going to get more than that. The fact that they settled on 8 games is just like,
Yeah.
It was, you know what I mean? Like, you could have suspended him for the rest of the regular season.
They know the playoffs are coming. That's why.
I mean,
they want to make the money.
Everything
is money.
Everything is money. I mean, look, don't you see Balenciaga and Adidas? They calling Kanye back.
And another thing,
everything's
like,
about money.
How did he not lose his Nike contract? How did he not lose it?
Because he didn't speak about any.
For one, remember, everybody has to be a role model for the kids. There's one hell of a role model, I'll tell you that.
Right.
Nike owns prisons, bro.
That's facts.
Can't say that, but he's right. He's right. Yeah. I mean, listen. Everything that everybody said here is spot on. I mean, Ja Morant needs a change. This is who he is. The NBA is a money-making business. They want one of the faces of the league back. Nike was okay with it. If Nike would have said, "All right, we gonna drop him," NBA would have followed suit.
Right.
The fact that Nike and who makes the jerseys? Oh,
Adidas.
Money invested.
Oh, so if they're okay with it, how can the NBA not be okay with it?
Yep.
So you can't talk about Jews,
right?
But you can roll with the hammer.
Facts. As
long as it ain't the.
You got to relax.
You ever seen the movie that he?
Yes.
Hilarious, bro. You gotta watch it.
Or Inglourious Bastards. I'm gonna have to blank that.
Yo, cut it out. HR.
It's not even
Don't you blank me out.
Yes, I will.
Come on, man.
I gotta blank all that out.
Don't do that.
I'll blank all that out. Yeah.
Damn.
In other news, people, in other news, my time has come. My time has finally come. I'm excited. Do I not look excited, Fang? Do you not see it here? Well,
nope.
Michael Jordan is in talks to sell the majority stake of the Charlotte Hornets. I could do backflips. I could, because I've never seen such a great player. And we all know he's a great player. He's one of the greatest of all time, arguably the greatest player, right? Be such a failure off the court.
Listen, man.
The man failed at being an owner, right?
He's doing pretty good with the prisons.
Failed at baseball. Besides playing and those shoes,
bro,
failure.
They made him play baseball.
Yeah, did they? I mean, we understand. We don't have to get into semantics. We understand that. But what I'm saying is that this great player, right? He even came back to the Wizards. Failed at that too. Failed at that.
Whoa.
Failed at that too. Did they make the playoffs?
Don't do it like that.
Did they make the playoffs?
No, but don't do it like that.
So he failed.
Just because you're a great player doesn't make you a great coach.
He wasn't a coach.
I understand that, but what do you expect the man to do?
The man came back to play.
And on the Wizards.
Yes.
All right, but you're talking about him selling his majority stake in the team.
Because he failed.
Failed at what?
Failed at putting a winner on the field, on the court. He's a failure as an owner.
But listen,
he's Jordan. Let's keep it on.
Every great player is not a great coach.
Of course, but we're not talking about a coach.
That doesn't make him a great owner of a team either, just because he's a great player.
No, you're right. But guess what? Most guys that don't know what they're doing, right? And most owners who are rich, who buy teams, they don't know what they're doing. They just have the money to buy the team. What they do is, just like in any business, you get smart people to run the basketball side of things. No. Jordan didn't want that. You know what Jordan did? I went to North Carolina with that guy. He come work for me. That's what he did. Most of the guys that he drafted are Carolina guys.
Dummy. Yeah.
So for me, the chickens have come to roost. Jordan, I need him out of the league. Can't wait. Let somebody else own the Charlotte Hornets so they can actually make a profit, and turn this team into an actual respectable team in the Eastern Conference. Because since he's owned them, they've been a laughing stock. Failure. Big failure. You'll see, when LeBron James goes to own the team, he ain't gonna fail like this. He ain't gonna fail like this. Okay? Magic Johnson he ended up being a coach for the Lakers, and he was pretty good. Pretty good until he wasn't, right?
Magic Johnson was great.
Anything Magic Johnson touches goes gold. Right?
Yeah.
But Jordan,
those gold rappers.
Yeah, whatever.
He gonna sell the team. He trying to recoup some of that money that he gambled.
Facts.
That's what he doing.
That's what it is.
No telling what type of debt he has.
He got told to sell the team.
And also, he's a failure. He's a failure. Hey, listen, any other person that owns a franchise and the franchise is terrible, like Dan Snyder, we're always very gung-ho and saying how bad he is, right? We're always Dan Snyder, he gotta go. He's terrible. But once you touch the golden goose and the people who love to see him play, they always remember, I remember 98, where Byron Russell got crossed.
Got crossed or pushed?
And thank you. I always go push. I always go push, right? But the Jordan stands will say that he got crossed. It was a push. Right? So they're always gonna remember.
Stiff armed.
Always gonna remember Jordan with the clutch shot.
Man, Jordan.
With the clutch shot.
Jordan.
But they don't remember the Wizard years. Listen, if Tom Brady would have went to the Bucks and stunk it up, we can hammer him too. But he went to win. Mm-hmm. He won. Jordan, since '98, he ain't been winning too much.
Yo, Jordan is actually on the NBA 2K cover. Y'all seen that?
What cover? I never bought that one.
NBA 2K.
Which one?
This one coming out this year.
Why?
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
Why?
So Jordan never been on like covers and
he was on a 2K cover before.
He was?
But why are they putting a man on the cover who currently isn't even playing?
It's supposed to be a special edition.
It's 20. What? No, there was already 23, so it should be 24 coming out.
Right. So I don't know why he's on the cover. I mean, doesn't he have a documentary on Netflix that everybody loves? I don't need to see any more Jordan.
It was good.
Was it?
What, it was a documentary.
It was a Scottie Pippen slander session. That's what it was. That's what it was. I didn't appreciate it.
Yeah, you gotta feel bad for Scottie.
Yeah.
You gotta feel bad for him, man.
That's why him and Scottie not talking now.
Listen.
You gonna try to play me? Don't do that.
Now his son is stroking Scottie's ex-wife.
That's foul too.
Everybody got to blow somebody back out.
You gotta relax, okay? You gotta relax.
I guess that's what backs are for.
Moving on. Now I have a bone to pick. So, grant me some time to let this off. Pause.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Dear NBA, dear Adam Silver, you suck. The NBA sucks. I'm going to be honest. I've been watching the NBA for, am I 37? Been watching the NBA for 32 years. Right? I've seen a lot of great basketball. I've seen great players. I've seen great ambassadors of the game. I've seen kids grow up to want to be these people. I've seen great fundamentals. I've played the game, right? I went to camps. I did all the stuff that you're supposed to do to get better. The game was in a good place. You had Michael Jordan being the ambassador, and you had Shaq and Kobe and Elijah Wan and, Patrick and all of these great players. You go into a next generation. You got the Iversons. You got the Tracy McGrady's. You have the Vince Carters. You didn't have the LeBrons and the Wades and the Bosches and all these great players, the Steph Currys. We've seen the evolution of the player. We've seen the game change. And those things are fine. The older we get, the more sports around us is going to change. Right? They're always going to implement different things, different nuances in the game to try to make it better. But the NBA is not getting better. It's actually getting worse. Ratings are down. The NBA Finals were down. The All-Star game was one of the worst rated All-Star games in history. And the officiating hasn't been any worse than it's been this year. And why is that? We have a league that the commissioner doesn't feel like a commissioner. He feels like more of a babysitter. David Stern was a commissioner. David Stern wasn't very hesitant to drop the hammer when things happened. Adam Silver talks to people and talks it out and has to placate and look like he wants to be a friend. You can't run a league that way. You're not going to have a successful league that way. The issue that I have, the biggest issue that I have, is that Adam Silver, there's a rumor that he's angling for the Disney job. Here's my advice to you, Adam Silver. Take it. Because what you're doing to the NBA is embarrassing. Traveling has never been worse in the NBA. You are supposed to be the head of the officials. Make the game better. Have the league better in regards to officiating the game. If players want to voice their displeasure with how bad the officiating is, let them. Don't protect bad officiating because it makes you look bad. It makes the league look bad. When you have players have domestic violence issues and you now have people with gun issues, this stuff never really happened under David Stern. And there's a reason for it. It's because David Stern made sure that he was an authoritarian figure, right? He laid the hammer down. You have to do the same thing. The game that I loved watching, I can't watch it anymore. I couldn't tell you the last time I watched a full NBA game.
Playoffs?
No, not even. Not even. It's a problem. Instead of the league getting better, we hear about mid-season tournaments. We hear about trying to make the All-Star game better. We have play-in tournaments. We have all of this nonsense. When all you have to do is make one simple change. Just look around of all the other leagues that are operating right now. NHL, NFL, Major League Baseball, Major League Soccer. They all have one thing in common that you don't. Their divisions matter. If you win your division, you get rewarded for your division. You get rewarded for that. In the NBA, it's the only professional league that nobody gives a shit about the regular season. Yet you have 82 games of it.
Right.
Right? It's a problem. The other problem is that you have this load management issue that has gone crazy. Now they just passed the rule of, well, if you're going to be in the MVP criteria or the talks, you have to play a minimum amount of games. Really? That's where we are now? For you to be eligible for the MVP, it has to be said that you have to play a certain amount of games? What happened to the NBA? I don't want to sound like the old guy in the room, but I'm the old guy in the room. You have to incentivize people for playing a full season?
Especially after the money they're making.
And players have never made more money than they're making right now. And they're playing less. Make it make sense. You have people that work 9 to 5 jobs and have children and want to take their kid to one game that they can afford, that they save up and afford to watch certain players play, and then end up finding out that they're on a second game of a back-to-back and those players aren't playing. So the $1,000+ that this man or woman just put into buying her family or his family tickets to a game, he's going to see G League players on the court.
I bet you if a family spent that much money to go see a game and they sued the NBA, I guarantee you the family would win.
It's embarrassing. Get back to playing the game that people love. Get back to having the same fundamentals that we grew up on. Get back to enforcing the game the way it's supposed to. Get back to thinking about ways to help the game get better in regards to making divisions count. 82 games in a regular season and nobody cares? That's a concern. That should concern you. Should concern the NBA owners. That should concern all of the TV deals that you have. All of these things that are wrapped up into what makes the NBA, you should be concerned. Because the NBA is not in a good spot right now. And a lot of people feel like this. Damon and Lillard said it, that the game is not in a good place because people like to push the narrative about championships only. He's right. Since when do you have to win a championship to be considered a great player? Something is wrong with the league, and it started to happen when you became commissioner. After the break, I have to cry about my Mets a bit. After the break. Welcome back, y'all. I hate baseball sometimes.
Me too.
I do. You hate it for different reasons because you just don't like the sport. I hate it because I'm a Mets fan. And for us, certain things have to be difficult. When we have the best team in the league or we have the best odds to win the World Series, things happen. Well, we just paid Edwin Diaz to be the highest paid closer in history. He's the best closer in the game. Edwin Diaz tore his patella tendon celebrating the World Baseball Classic victory for Puerto Rico. And the Mets are now holding their nuts. Like, what are we going to do?
And Puerto Ricans.
Now, for me, I'm pissed off because of the World Baseball Classic doesn't really mean anything. They're playing it when they can play it in spring training. So it's basically like, to put in an example for you, Fang, football, they play
preseason,
like a major playoff game the second week of preseason. You're going to get injuries. Mm-hmm. People are going to get hurt. Bad things are going to happen because you're ramping up. You're getting your body ready to get hit. You know what I'm saying? You got to get the callus. And same thing with baseball. You got to start throwing and getting the muscles loose and all that, whatever you got to do. Got to tune up. You're playing meaningful baseball in early March. That doesn't make sense. So his injury may not have been caused by the WBC per se, right? But he got hurt there. So it matters. If he would have got hurt in his backyard or with the Mets in spring training, I don't think Met fans right now feel as bad as they do. But the fact that he got hurt in the World Baseball Classic, that's where Met fans are pissed off at.
But let's not stop. Okay, he got injured during, the celebrations. Yes. So you can't just blame it because he's playing that game. That could have happened to anybody.
True, but fact is that he got hurt there. That's what I'm saying.
So it's blamed on that.
If he was there watching it and fell, you still gonna blame him? Or he got hurt because he was there? Come on.
Listen, I understand what you're saying, but this is what I'm telling you what's going on. Is that people are kicking back because he's not the only person that has been hurt. A lot of people have gotten hurt as well. So it's like, why are we sending our good players here to get hurt when the World Baseball Classic is not paying them? The team is. So we're possibly going to lose this player for the season because he's playing here. If he gets hurt in our facility, that's a different story. He's getting hurt outside of the facility, playing baseball.
He wasn't playing when he got hurt.
Well, he was celebrating because he played. I don't like it.
Dude, he could have been at a bar watching another team and celebrating and hurt himself.
He wasn't.
He wasn't playing when he got hurt.
Don't care. Somebody jumped on his back and he tore his knee. That's what happened. Right? That's what happened. That's what happened.
We'll blame that guy.
No, I'm gonna blame the WBC. That's what I'm blaming. I'm blaming that. So we're left now with no closer.
Salty.
Got no closer. Man. What we gonna do? What we gonna do, Nicole? Cry?
Go out there and still try to win games.
What we gonna do?
Hey, more money, bro. Get somebody else.
We ain't got no more money.
Get some money back.
Broke. Well, we got the money back. We did get the money back.
Broke.
Don't give me none of this.
Man, I don't even give a shit.
Because you don't like baseball, I don't care.
How do you feel?
I don't care.
I don't even care. How do you feel?
Listen, man.
If you were a boss,
injuries happen every day, B.
If you were a boss, would you allow your player to go somewhere else to go play
before the season?
If all right, you're an NBA owner, right? Let's put this in a scenario. NBA owner. The Olympics are before the season.
I mean,
the Olympics are before the season. Your best player is playing for the Olympics. You gonna let him go?
All the best players.
I mean, we can't really use that scenario because
why not?
It's tradition. They do it every year, and they play hard every year. They celebrate hard every year.
Why?
And unfortunately, that's what happened.
Why couldn't you make that? But your season is now on the line. What does me?
They wasn't expecting that.
What does the World Baseball Classic have to do with Steve Cohen and the Mets?
You just mad because it happened to a guy that was on your team.
No, every time a player gets hurt, I'm like, this is why you shouldn't be playing this.
Look at NBA players. They play pickup games in the offseason. Like this is what people do.
But not every player plays pickup games. Certain players that's in their contract that they can't do certain things. See?
Dude. I think you need to get over it. You
don't watch baseball. You don't even know who Edwin Diaz is, so it don't matter.
I don't give a shit who he is. All I know is he didn't hurt himself playing the game. Therefore, he could have hurt himself walking to Taco Bell. Somebody, oh yeah, we're going to get Taco Bell, yeah. Somebody jump on his back, he hurt his leg. Oh, he shouldn't have been going to Taco Bell. Should have been in his contract. Why'd they let him go to Taco Bell? Like,
Nicole, what do you think?
Shit happens every day.
What are your thoughts? Now, what I will agree with you on, and Nicole, you're right, because I want to go into what she just said. The Mets did have certain parameters in his contract that he couldn't pitch a certain amount of innings or he couldn't pitch back-to-backs or something like that, right? So they did try. So I see what you're saying, but as a frustrated fan, the fact that he got hurt there, that's why I'm like that.
I understand.
That's why I'm like that.
I understand.
Because I don't like the World Baseball Classic, so I'm always going to try to find shade to throw in it. It's a meaningless tournament. I understand that people want to play for their country and all this nonsense. I get it.
You salty.
I understand it.
You salty.
I'm mad. Yes, I am. I don't like it. Got Yankee fans calling me. I don't like that. I don't like that. One of my homies sent me a picture of some dude with his knee got eaten by a shark. I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't appreciate stuff like that. I don't like the shade. I don't appreciate that.
Anybody want a peanut?
I'll tell you what I'm upset about.
What?
That it's easier for me to see a photo of Shea Stadium than it is to see Kobe. Because Kobe's being blocked by Darth.
Yes.
Which Darth is nowhere near as important as Kobe Bryant.
Are you kidding me? Darth Vader?
He's nowhere near as important as Kobe Bryant.
Darth Vader's legacy.
He's not even a real person.
Darth Vader's legacy is stamped.
He's not real.
The man went from the chosen one.
He's not real.
He went from the chosen one to meeting a girl, and then he got pee-whipped, got paranoid, right? Lost his mind. She died, and then he went crazy. That's a story of life, right? That happens all the time. Talented guy in the hood meets some girl, destroys his life.
Kobe wins chips.
Darth Vader did too.
People look up to Kobe.
A lot of people look up to Darth Vader.
Yeah, people on the dark side. I don't even really consider you to be on the dark side.
I'm a villain. I'm a heel. So that's what it is. Moving on to the greatest segment on the planet, Dummy of the Week.
Dummy, yeah.
Every week, I go around the room and I ask, who is the Dummy of the Week? Chloe, who you got?
It's just like anti-Jet, but Eric Decker.
Eric Decker. Why does Eric Decker get the Dummy of the Week?
Because Eric Decker put out a tweet saying, "Oh, we get Aaron Rodgers, I might make a comeback."
He said that for real?
Yeah, like shut the up. Who is Eric Decker? Who cares, bro?
Who is looking for Eric Decker?
Where the have you been? You've been out for like 10 years, damn near, bro. Like, shut up. Shut the down and chill out. Go watch it on TV.
Bro,
who pissed me off?
Who is looking for Eric Decker? When was the last time he played football?
Who's gonna throw him the ball, bro? Like,
right.
Who even knows who Eric Decker is in the locker room right now?
Exactly.
So he definitely gets the
Dummy, yeah.
Like, what are you doing? Eric Decker.
Eric Decker.
Where you gotta go?
Say those TikTokers who wrap their toddler in saran wrap and post the video.
What?
Whoa.
No. I didn't hear about this.
It wasn't like a bad thing. Like they were saying to calm the kid down after he like throws a tantrum.
What?
They wrapped him in saran wrap and pushed him in the bed, but you could tell the kid was not. He was still kind of getting over it.
Yeah.
And then the CPS got called. Obviously, it's
Tragedy.
and the kid got taken away for a couple days.
Wow.
And then the mom was like, it wasn't anything like that. Like, this is what we do, like to calm him down or whatever. She's like, all fun, but he's probably like
Wrap him in saran wrap.
You could tell he's not having it. Like his face is all.
Yeah.
This is what we do to calm him down.
This is what we do to calm him down. Yeah. CPS is never getting called, bro.
And this is what we do to unfit parents. We're gonna take your child.
That's exactly. This is what we do to crazy parents. We take your kid away.
Right.
That's crazy.
Saran wrap?
I mean, I get it. It's like swaddling. But
Stop it.
No, it's not like swaddling,
when
bro.
You're 3, though. When
What are you, a sandwich?
Stop it.
That's what I'm saying. But like,
He's a sandwich?
Yeah. Please don't.
I get it. But
Yay, Fang.
3 years old though.
Come
no.
on.
Yo, we gotta watch him.
Oh
Fang 2.0.
Yeah, we gotta watch it. He may take the kids to go see Cocaine Bear
Yo.
in a couple of weeks.
Hell no.
Like,
Yo, imagine you take saran wrap and you like wrap up your significant other,
Here we go.
and then you just cut open the parts that need to be cut.
like yo.
Just think about it.
I'm thinking about it, and that's a lot of saran wrap.
It's kind of creepy though, bro. It's a little serial killer.
Sweaty-ish. It's ugh.
Yeah.
Rub oil on them, then do it.
That's a little serial killer-ish, bro.
It's like Naked Gun. When they had
Only thing I'd be listen. The only thing I'd be killing is the
Sorry,
HR. Who you got?
My dummy of the week is going to Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks gets the dummy of the week.
Dummy, yeah.
For what?
For 2 reasons. For him talking all this trash about Draymond, then coming out, I want to be the Draymond for my team. You just said the man is garbage.
He a meat rider. He is.
He just rides meat.
Yeah, he a meat rider.
And then he also gets it for pushing the cameraman.
Yo, did you see that?
That was uncalled for.
Going out of bounds, and he literally shoved the cameraman
to the ground.
To the ground, bro. Like, who is this dude?
I don't get it.
If his version of being a tough guy in this modern day NBA, if that's what he think a tough guy is,
he's not even a tough guy. He's
not.
just a jackass.
He's not. He's not at all. So yeah, he definitely gets
dummy. Yeah.
Tell me for real, who you got?
So I'm not sure if y'all heard, but there was a restaurant in Koreatown that they were serving rat carcasses in the soup.
What?
I knew it. Yo, there's nothing but rats on that block, bro.
Crazy.
There was nothing but rats on that block. And I said it to somebody. I said, yo, I would never eat here, bro, because I know for a fact they're not living right. And there's
the health department came, shut them down and everything.
Where'd all these Korean barbecue places come from?
They're on one block in the city.
Like it's like thousands of them on one block.
Over there, where we be at? Over there.
Yeah.
Over there, son.
But you know the crazy thing about it is they tried to say, no, it's impossible. There was not that couldn't have happened from, in our establishment. Then come to find out it's infested by rats.
I mean, let's keep it 100 though. I mean, a lot of times we used to eat Chinese food back in the day.
Bro, you been eating
I don't eat Chinese food.
You been eating bullshit.
And you'd look at it and you'd be like, yeah, this don't look like no chicken, fam.
Yeah.
Like, and then you say to yourself, all right, well, I'm already here. I'm already here. When in Rome.
I don't eat Chinese food.
Like, dude, so.
And it's very ignorant of you because we're talking about Korea.
This is
you
Korea.
brought up Chinese food. So it makes you, that's very ignorant of you.
Put a dummy on yourself, bro.
Dummy.
That was my only comparison to
Yo,
make.
that's crazy.
I never ate Korean food before. So I can't say, I'm not going to lie. I'm just going to say.
Korean barbecue.
Oh, man.
Listen, I gotta use my anecdotal experience. That's all I did. You see?
That's
how they say hello.
K-pop.
Yeah.
You
sounded pretty good. You did a lot of good stuff today. Sang, got a good voice. Now you doing some stuff. I like that.
Yeah. I used to go to the Korean juice spot all the time and talk to the guy. You got to put the little sing to it.
Yeah.
They all.
They got to sound like everything's a melody. Bleep that out, man. Yo, I just thought about bleep it out, please.
Wait. How does he know?
Bleep it out. I don't.
Wait. How does he know?
Bleep it, please.
Bleep it.
Please.
Bleep it.
Or he's not gonna
bleep it. Yo, it's not good what I'm saying. Leave it.
Please.
Leave it.
Oh my God, this whole get bleep.
Please. I'm telling you. Leave it out.
I don't want that dirt to get on you.
Yo,
this is
a different type of dirt too.
Yeah, I want that dirt to get on you.
Yo, I like dirt.
Get too comfortable on the couch, bro.
They say,
sit over there, bro.
They say God made dirt. Dirt don't hurt.
Let me retract that statement,
bro.
Yo,
God made dirt and dirt don't hurt.
Unbelievable.
But the restaurant you can leave, but that everything else,
I'm bleeping the whole thing, bro.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna bleep the whole segment.
No.
Yes.
Don't do that.
I am,
bro. Scoop, I can't even.
Yes, look, everybody co-signing. We can't let you.
You know, I never say.
Yeah, clear them.
Telling you. It ain't good.
Damage prevention team.
Yo, I can't with this dude, man. Anyway, those were good. What I got mine. May I have the drum roll, please? And the winner for Dummy of the Week, the Los Angeles Clippers. The Los Angeles Clippers are the
Dummy. Yeah.
Because here's my thing. I never even remotely thought that the Clippers were anywhere interesting to get a show made of them. Well, I was wrong. I was wrong. There's a mini-series coming out called The Sterling Affairs, right? Don Sterling was the disgraced owner that had to sell the team because of all the racist comments that he made, right? Excuse me. That's not where I have an issue with. We understand what happened back then. We get it. You know, there was a big strife and players boycotted and all that stuff. That was cool, right? Everybody was in unison. Get this man out. It's racist, right? That's not the part that I have a problem with. Please go to your phones. And Nicole, I need every single picture of the cast put up in the post editing, please. Go look on your phone right now. I need you to see it.
Oh, I've seen it. Mentally, I know who's on it.
Okay. They have... What's my man name from... They have Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh, yeah.
As Doc Rivers.
Yes.
Yeah.
Claw. Go look up Doc. Go look up
You've seen
Lawrence
it.
Fishburne.
You've seen it. It's been on the gram.
Dude, his hairline. The fact that they airbrushed his hairline like Doc Rivers, gold. Gold. But that's not the one that's bothering me. That one was a little troubling, right? It was a little troubling. But the one that really bothered me was a guy that they got playing Blake Griffin.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Yo, dude. He looks nothing like Blake Griffin at all. Where did they get these people from? Like, who's the casting director? Who? Yeah, you could play Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin's 6'10", 240 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
They got this.
So what a shame.
What's the other dude? Look at the guy that they got playing DeAndre Jordan. And Chris Paul. Dude, yo, this is going to be horrible.
What network is this airing on?
I don't. FX.
All right.
FX, and mind you, FX is a good network, bro.
They even have one of
the
these
show's
girls.
probably going to be good, but the casting sucks.
Yeah. I forget what show it is. It's one of these shows that my girl watches. Like one of these Love and Hip Hop type shows.
Yeah.
They got one of the women from one of those shows casting in there too.
Do they?
She's horrible. She's never acted a day in her life.
Like the only casting that I like is that they got Ed O'Neill for Don Sterling. So they got Al Bundy for Don Sterling. That's dope. I like that one. That one's fine, right? But everything else, rubbish. But only the Clippers, right? Only the Clippers. This is why it makes sense. The Lakers have their own show on HBO. Casting was pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Looked a little similar. Clippers, their show's a complete disaster. So I love it.
Imagine
I love it.
Lawrence Fishburne comes out. I have the red pill or the blue pill. The
fact that he has a spray-on hairline,
that's
just disrespectful. Just disrespectful.
But that's the wave, bro.
Not the way for me.
That's the way. That's what everybody's doing.
Not the way for me. Claude, would you get a spray-on hairline?
Hell no.
You never do it. So if it starts to go, you wouldn't even.
Just gone.
Would you get the lock cap?
What?
Like the locks, like a cap they put on.
Oh,
the actual hair.
Like
turf?
the Fetty Wap joints.
He said AstroTurf.
You know what's crazy? If you go to nowadays, you go to most Dominican barbershops.
They have that.
That's on deck, bro.
Yeah.
And
it's like $20.
And they're not asking you if you want it. That's what they just use, bro.
That's crazy.
I
can't do it. I can't do it.
Game has changed, bro.
Yeah, game has definitely changed. So, Clippers, you guys have no banners. You've never won a championship. You never had anything of record to even cheer for. You're career losers. They live in the basement with the dehumidifiers and the space heaters. They live down there. They're going to get their own arena soon, but it ain't right now. So you're losers, but you're winners today for Dummy of the Week. That's all for the show. Claw, what is your kind word of the week?
Tomorrow's not promised. Yesterday ain't coming back. Do what the fuck you gotta do. Stop bitching.
And chicks don't look good with.
And that's it.
Yeah, Claw, I love you. You always like to put the stamp on it, but we have to find. I think that the FCC button is not working for Fang. It's not working at all. Nicole and ones and twos, the solid assassin. You're gonna have to get some order in here. All right, you're gonna have to put up a sign, something. We have to find ways. It's just like when Vince McMahon was trying to get Stone Cold Steve Austin in order. He was trying a whole bunch of stuff. We're gonna have to try a whole bunch of stuff here and get him in order. Fang McFrost, you're my guy. What can I say? You're a unique person.
Thank you.
You are. Shelly McFreeze, we got to do something about him, man.
Hey, y'all.
We got to do something about him. So until next week, stay safe, stay cool. Peace.
My son is the champ, so get over it.